They go and they find somebody else to fill the void. You go and you find you. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kierradjackson, and welcome back to another video. If you are a new subscriber, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Welcome to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, as always, thank you so much for watching me. I do want to say thank y'all so much for all the support that I've gotten so far on my narcissistic ex experience. Like, I did not expect to like post the videos and get as much support as I've gotten, or like people being able to like truly relate. But this is truly why I do this, is because, you know, these things happen, and I really want to help people through my testimony, through my experience. I plan to share more about like my story. I have a lot of story times coming up. Honestly, I have to wait and make sure like the time is appropriate because of all the things that are going on or that have transpired. But I have a lot of stuff that I still have to share with y'all. But I also want to share like more helpful things that can kind of like help you progress forward. So today we're going to talk about what to do if you are planning on discarding the narc or they have discarded you. These are some tips that I want to offer you that truly help me, especially as an empath. One of the first things I will say is don't try to talk to them. If they leave, or if they stop talking to you, or if they are being short with you, or whatever the case may be, like, don't try to talk to them. Give them their space, because if they wanted to talk to you, they would. And like for me, mine would do little stuff where like, oh, I left this at the house, so he will come like get it, or like he will send me like text messages, or he would ask me to go out to eat with him, and then he would like torture me the times that he did it, but yet he was telling everybody that he was leaving me. But like, he did little things like that. But I would say don't even try to talk to them, because I tried to talk to mine too, probably like on 3 separate occasions, and I prayed about it. I asked God for the right words and all that. But one thing about it is that when they realize that they have lost control of you, it's like a different type of anger that comes over them. And so you're going to be competing with anger. You're going to be fighting with anger. And one thing that I had to realize is that it wasn't me and him against each other. It was us fighting the problem. And he didn't recognize that, or he didn't want to see it that way. So, hey, whatever. If he want to allow anger and meanness to consume him and lose everything that he has built versus doing the work or trying to be cordial with trying to figure out how we're going to maneuver through this process, whether it's go our separate ways or whatever, then you know what? I'm going to let him. To piggyback off of don't try to talk to them, go no contact, y'all. Like, no contact is not to punish them. No contact is not to say like you don't care, you don't love the person. No contact is for you. No contact is probably going to be the best way for you to jumpstart your healing journey. And with that being said, get into therapy immediately, almost immediately. If you're not in therapy, get into therapy. I was in therapy for a good gist of my relationship, which I think helped me so much. But it's kind of hard to do things differently when you have somebody else that's constantly doing things the same way or not trying to better themselves by getting into therapy. It's like kind of like somebody on drugs. If you keep hanging around people who are on drugs, 9 times out of 10 you're going to relapse. And that's what kept happening to me. And I started finding myself in spaces where sometimes I would respond or act out in ways that did not reflect who I truly was inside. One thing I want to talk about is like, too, is don't tell them your plans. If you're planning on leaving, don't tell them. Create a plan for yourself and leave. Like, I think I made the biggest mistake by letting him know that I was contemplating divorce. I think I made a big mistake by letting him know that God had been revealing to me that he is not my husband. I think I made a big mistake letting him know just how I felt, even in the end when we were in the discarding phase. Like, I think I made a big mistake letting him know like I even felt any type of way. Obviously, you're going to be feeling emotional about things because, I mean, it's a change. But at the end of the day, you got to put your best foot forward and know what it is that you truly deserve and go after that. Yes, you might make some mistakes here and there by saying certain things or doing certain things that don't really reflect what you should be doing because we get blinded by emotion. But I want to say, like, whatever it is, you know, hit them with the element of surprise. Because the one thing about a narc is they don't feel like you'll be strong enough to stand your ground. They don't think you'll be strong enough to fight back. They don't think you'll be strong enough to leave. They don't think you'll be strong enough to cut them off. But the best thing that you can do for yourself is to do that. And this is not to punish them. This is not to do a tit for tat. This is so that you can move forward and that you can heal properly. That is the best thing that you can do for yourself, is to stand your ground, to dig deep and find strength. When the strength that I found at the end to be able to stand my ground, to be able to talk about my story, to be able to be bold in a courtroom, to be able to confront this narc about everything he's done to me, and to put it out there on the table, and to get protection for myself. Being strong enough to do that, it wasn't easy, but it was necessary and it was needed. And I thank God each and every day that I did not give up on the fight, because it is the best thing that I could have did for myself, is to protect myself, because I did not do that for 5 years. I did not do that for 5 years. You have to show them that you are not weak. It's something that my therapist told me. It's something that my parents told me. My family told me. His family told me. Everybody was like encouraging me in this aspect. Like, you have to stand your ground. Be quiet. Hit them with the element of surprise and move forward with your life. And that's really truly what you have to do in order to be successful and to recover successfully. Because this is something that we probably will be, trying to recover and navigate through for the rest of our lives. But the one thing that you can do, and the best thing that you can do for yourself, is to stand up for yourself. Because if you don't do it for you, who's going to do it? And he's going to keep doing it, or she's going to keep doing it, if you do not put a stop to it. Because one thing about the narc is, they can tell lie after lie after lie after lie. But one thing I learned is that women lie and men lie, but those facts don't. And I'm so proud of myself for being able to speak my truth, but also back it with the facts, because you can't lie when it comes to facts. You can't lie about what you did when it comes to facts. You can't lie about text messages. You can't lie about recordings. You can't lie about pictures. You can't lie about none of that. So I just want to encourage you guys, don't tell them your plans. Don't tell them your moves. Just do it. Be silent and be strong and stay the course. You got this. My mom told me this, and I would say this was probably some of the best pieces of advice that I received. She said they're making choices. And I know, sometimes you want them to make a specific choice or whatever, or you want them to get help, or you want them to be there, or you want them to talk to you or whatever. Understand that if they wanted to, they would. And everybody is making a choice. And he's making a choice, or she's making a choice, even if it's not the choice that you want them to make. And so you have to accept that people get to make their own choices in life. So if they want to choose to not get the help they need, if they want to choose to take another route, if they want to choose to abandon their responsibilities, if they want to choose to be childish, then you have to just let them make their own choices and fall. But the best thing that you can do for yourself is to start thinking of a plan. If you haven't already, think of a plan. Start building your life up. Focus on the things that drive you forward, on the things that make you happy, and spend more time doing those things. If you like to, go out, start going out. If you wanted to do something in your relationship that you didn't get the opportunity to do it now. If you like to travel. If you want to make new friends, if you didn't have friends, start doing that. If you want to hang out with your family, start doing that. Start doing the things that drive you forward and that make you feel good, and focus on being a better you. Another thing I would say is really start to learn about narcissistic behaviors and what narcissism is, because it will help you to understand what actually happened, the role you played in it, also the things that you need to work on so that you don't keep attracting these type of people, and how to deal with these people. Oh, and one of the biggest things that I would say is don't jump into a rebound relationship. And I know it's easy to do that because we are humans and we want to, feel that connection with somebody. We want to fill that void and all that. Do not jump into a rebound relationship. And I know, 9 times out of 10, your narc is going to jump into a rebound relationship. But, that's really not going to help them, because in the end, all it's going to do is they're just going to keep creating more and more problems for themselves, because they're not taking the time to work on themselves. The best thing that you can do in a season like this is literally be by yourself, learn who you are, do the things that you love, and rebuild your life for you. They go and they find somebody else to fill the void. You go and you find you. That's what you can do. And you will wind up on top. You will wind up a better person. You will wind up with a changed heart. You will wind up attracting better for yourself. Because when you jump into these rebound relationships, all you're doing, like I said, is creating more problems for you. And 9 times out of 10, you are attracting the same person, just in a different body. So don't even do that. And also, too, you're not giving yourself time to heal, to work on yourself, and just to be better all around. So these are just some tips that I would encourage. these are some things that have helped me tremendously throughout this process. And honestly, like, a narc could never, ever, ever, ever in my life again. Like, if I see a red flag now, you got to go. And I'm not saying you can't talk to people or hang out with people or go on dates and things like that. Definitely do that, because that's how you learn, like, what you like and what you don't like. But as far as, like, being intimate with a person, as far as, like, having sex, as far as, you know, being in a full-blown relationship, no, give yourself time. Like, give yourself time. This is the time, especially if you're young, this is your time to really find yourself and to really enjoy your life for you without, you know, being codependent on someone else. But yeah, I hope this helps somebody out there who might be going through this. I didn't realize how many people are experiencing the same things in their life. I really pray for your healing, and I pray that you get the help that you need, and you are able to be strong enough to get away from these people, because they are there to suck the life out of you. If you look back on my channel, you will see where I did a couples tag with my ex, and he literally said the thing that drew him to me was I was so full of life. And literally what narcs do is they will suck the life out of you. By the end of my relationship, I did not even know who I was anymore. I did not feel as confident as I once did. I didn't know the person I was looking in the mirror anymore. Like, I didn't. And now here I am, you know, almost a year later, and I'm slowly starting to feel like myself, my happy, bubbly self again, and doing the things that I truly love. And I'm forever grateful for that. I'm grateful for the heart change, and I'm grateful for being able to forgive myself, but also be able to forgive this person. But that does not mean reconciliation. And I thank God that I'm able to move forward, and I pray again for each and every one of you guys' healing. I do read each and every comment, because, you know, and I pray over you guys' life, because I know this is a tough thing, but I just want you to know that I'm proud of you, and I commend you if you did leave the relationship and you are working on yourself. This is literally the best thing that you can do for yourself, and this is not the end. This is a new beginning, and I wish you all peace and blessings. Take care. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Toodle doodles.